Hey everyone, I'm Noe and welcome to this channel where I'm teaching you step by step how to start a business. I'm excited. Are you excited? This is my second video in the series on how to start a business without money. Today I'm diving into the 9 free online services that you can use right now to get your business off the ground. Now for this video, I did a bunch of research. I talked to a whole lot of entrepreneurs to come up with their favorite tools. There are tons out there, but I've got the cream of the crop for you. And if you stick around till the end, I've got some extra bonus ones for you. Now I'm probably gonna miss a bunch of great free tools, so if you know any good ones, drop them in the comments below. Help out the rest of this community. And before I begin, please hit the subscribe button and the alert notification so you can get new material as it comes out. The first service we have to talk about is Google My Business because it's gonna give you a massive boost on Google search. And why do you care about Google search? Well, there are 5.6 billion searches every day. Billion, I know. And even if you take away all of the searches for cat photos and Taylor Swift, you're still left with at least half that, which is a lot of searches. People are searching for all kinds of stuff, but that means that Google is a great place for marketing. I mean, think of the last thing you searched for. Okay, the last thing I searched for is the lyrics to the Shaft theme song. Okay, that's gonna come up later. But the question we all have to answer is how do we actually get our business to show up on Google when people are searching? And the answer is SEO, which is basically all the stuff that you can do to make yourself easier to find on Google. So it's like if you go back to that moment that you started your business, or if you haven't started your business yet, you're gonna look forward to this little moment, which is when you finally launch your business, you're gonna say, oh crap, how do I find people? Where are all the people at? I need people for this business to work. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Out there? Out there? This happened to me in my first business, which was a yoga studio, where for a week, nobody showed up. And I finally had that come to Jesus moment where I was like, why? Where are all the people at? Where are they at? What I learned in that moment is what we all have to learn, which is that it takes time. You have to take small steps to become known. Those small steps add up, like Legos, or pancakes, or brownies, or cookies. Brownies, or cookies. Okay, when you start your SEO journey, it's gonna be a long-term journey, the first thing you need to do is sign up for Google My Business. So go over to business.google.com right now and set up your profile. It's gonna give you that first SEO boost. Now, if you have a Squarespace account, which I recommend, love Squarespace, you can actually link Google My Business with Squarespace. It's super awesome. Finally, if you want another little SEO boost, make a Yelp account. Except you're gonna have to deal with Yelp's telemarketers. It's pretty annoying. Yelp, if you're watching, please stop calling me. They're gonna try to get you to sign up for their ads. Don't do it, it's not worth it. Okay, that's our first one. The second free service that your business really needs in order to take off is actually the most widely consumed marketing method ever created. Everyone's using it. I see 13-year-olds use it, I see grandmas using it, although my grandma definitely does not use it. I think she gave up when I tried to teach her how to send an email. She just wasn't into it. You guessed it, I'm talking about social media. If you wanna build a brand, you gotta be on social media because it's how you connect with your people. And more importantly, it's how they share you to other people. It's how you grow your audience. Now imagine you suddenly have a big influx of new customers. Awesome, right? But you don't know where they came from. It's quite likely that somebody influential to your audience posted one of your blog posts, one of your videos, something that you have posted. It could be your website, but somebody has posted and shared it because word of mouth is much more powerful than word of marketer. Right? I can say, hey, come to my business, buy my thing. And I can do a pretty good job of that with good copywriting, with good videos, good photos, good design, etc. But there's nothing more powerful than having a friend recommend, hey, you gotta go check out this restaurant. If my friend says that, I'm there, right? That's what social media does for every kind of business. So your next action step is to pick one social media channel. Just one. I know, seriously, one. I'm watching you. One. Could be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever you want. Pick that one channel, it's your main squeeze, and everything else is gonna support that channel, but that's where you're posting most of your original content. And this is a great segue into our next topic, which is all about social media scheduling. So let's say you've got those social media accounts rolling. Well, you're probably going to be posting quite a bit, and that can take up a lot of time. And what are you going to be like 24/7 on social media posting like crazy? Heck no. But lucky for you, dear viewer, there is a free, simple way to schedule out and plan out and upload your social media posts all at once. It's called social media scheduling, and it's awesome. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I'm guessing you do too. You know, when you take time away, it just makes you feel more human. But because we're business owners, we have to be on top of our social media. We have to engage and make posts that are engaging. Enter social media schedulers. Nat, will you cue me up a choir of angels? Nat's my amazing video editor. Enter social media schedulers. Social media schedulers let you plan everything out in advance. My favorite is Later app. You can also use Hootsuite or Buffer. They're all free. So what I want you to do is go to later.com, sign up for an account, and start batch posting. It's gonna save your life. Our next free online service helps with this problem. Okay, now don't you hate it when you're talking with a client and you're going back and forth and 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 back and forth just to schedule a meeting time? Ugh, the back and forth has to stop. Well, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is all that back and forth can finally stop. The bad news, okay, I didn't actually have any bad news, but I just want it to sound dramatic, okay? So imagine if there was some kind of software that took your schedule and let clients just sign up for it without you ever being there. Well, I know what you're thinking. Of course, that software already exists, but there's a great free option. That's what I'm here to tell you about. And that option is Calendly. Calendly. It's hard to say, but it's like calendar with the Lee. Go over to calendly.com, make an account, link your calendar, and then set up your availability. Finally, you can wake up to the dream of clients booking sessions with you while you're sleeping. But there's a catch. On the free version of Calendly, you can only have clients sign up for free sessions. If you want clients to pay you for a session, you need to upgrade. And if you do, I actually recommend going over to Acuity Scheduling. Okay, now what do you do when you need to focus on marketing, but you don't have a graphic designer or you can't afford one? Well, my friend, it's time to learn how to design. Now, I know that you just laughed at me when I said that because either it's really daunting or it just sounds ridiculous to, like me, put yourself out there because you're such a horrible, horrible visual designer. But what if it was actually easy? Maybe I can convince you here. What if it was actually easy to make good designs? Or rather, what if it was really hard to mess up the design process? Would you make your own designs then? Please cue up the Jeopardy slide. The easiest to use free graphic design software made specifically for marketing. Ooh, what is Canva? Seriously, it's my favorite free service. I've spent hours and hours and hours on there and I've never paid a dime. Don't tell anybody at Canva. But do go over to canva.com, sign up for an account right now, and learn how to make really easy designs for all kinds of social media posts. You're gonna love it. For our next service, I have a quiz for you. Where do most sales happen? It's a one-question quiz. It turns out most sales happen in your email inbox. I know, email marketing is not just a great marketing tool, but it's actually a really great sales tool. Think of all the people you want to sign up for your event or buy your product. Now you need some way of communicating regularly with them. And by golly, MailChimp is here to help. MailChimp is my absolute favorite email software. It's easy to use, it's free up to 2,000 subscribers, and most importantly, automation is free. And almost all the other services out there charge for automation, and automation, it's key. Plus, who doesn't like monkeys? I mean, look, they're so cute. Monkeys! So go over to MailChimp.com and sign up for your free account. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. Okay, the next two sections are really important. There is a secret to not being overwhelmed by your business. If you've actually taken a business idea seriously, you're probably already overwhelmed by it. If you've been in business for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you're probably really overwhelmed by it. But there's actually a secret to not being overwhelmed by your business, and these next two sections are gonna cover that. The first secret is about getting organized. How do you do it? If you're anything like me, or basically all of my clients, you have spent years wondering, well, why if I have a notepad and sticky notes and a computer notepad and my phone notes, why is it that I can't stay organized if I've got all of these tools? The key is to pick one system and stick with it. Use it for everything. I'm gonna plug David Allen's Getting Things Done here. Go read that book. It will change your world. Now, the system I want you to use is Google Drive. It is the most comprehensive, widely used file sharing system out there. You probably already use it, and you know you can easily manage permissions, share files, organize in all sorts of different ways, have different kinds of files. It's the bomb. So go over to drive.google.com, set up your account if you don't already have one, and start using it for everything. The second secret to not getting overwhelmed by your business is unicorns. No, I'm totally serious. No, wait, don't leave. I'm not crazy, I swear. By unicorns, I mean task management. I'll explain the unicorn thing in a sec. You know all those notepads, sticky notes, and journals? What are they usually filled with? Your tasks. Now be honest with me. Is it not true that your today task list is actually an endless task list you've had for months that has no end in sight? Well, if I was watching this video 10 years ago, I would have been like, ruh-roh. But don't worry, there's a solution. You just need to set up a task management system. And maybe you already have one or you've tried one, but it's the same thing as organization. You need to pick one and completely dive into it. Put every single note, task, everything into this one piece of software, or you can use a bullet journal. The software that I like the best is called Asana. Go to asana.com. Asana is free, it's super easy to use, it's robust. You can even add in team members in the free version. It's super awesome. And most importantly, every now and then when you mark off a task, a unicorn will fly across the screen. God, I love unicorns. So go sign up at asana.com. This brings us to our final service that you need in order for your business to take off. Many of you might be wondering, is there a better communication system out there between clients or teammates? Something that's better than email, text, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter DM? When your communication system is all over the place, the simplest solution is to get a communication headquarters. Okay, I just spent 20 minutes researching copyright infringement on YouTube to see if I could use the melody from the Shaft theme song for this next part. So I'm just gonna say it, and you're just gonna have to add the Shaft music in your brain. What is the tool that will simplify your messaging needs? Slack. Can you dig it? Wow. I accept my status as a power nerd. Slack is a great place to bring all of your teammates, collaborators, or clients into one workspace. You can divide up into different channels based on your topics. You can set different privacies. You can send files, you can send GIFs, you can make subthreads. It's a great place to have all of your communications searchable and organized. So go to slack.com and sign up. All right, I'm gonna deliver on my promise. For those of you who are still watching, I'm gonna give you some secret extra tools. If you need to sign documents but you don't wanna pay for a service, use HelloSign for free. For video conferencing, you can use Google Hangouts or you can use Zoom. If you need to custom brand a link, use Rebrandly. If you need a CRM to track clients through a sales process, you can use HubSpot CRM for a certain point through the free version. And finally, there's an add-on for Gmail called Boomerang that lets you pause your email inbox. And like I mentioned in my video on how to get to inbox zero and how to stay there, pausing your inbox is a very powerful feature. So by golly, that's it. Those are the best free tools that you can use to start a business without money. Now, what free services did I miss? What are your favorites? Drop them in the comments below. Finally, I would love for you to join this community of new entrepreneurs going from idea to business. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the alert notification, and you'll get the next videos as they come out. And stay tuned for video 3 on this series. All right, see you then. Finally, if you want another... Imagine all the people. Gold star for awesome topic segueing. But lucky for you, my precious, eating as much as an elephant eats. The easiest to use. The easiest to use. The easiest to use. Task management. Unicorns. See you then. See you then. See you then. See you then.